Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So I'm setting up a quick video demonstration here, basically because there was a thread on RCGroups where a fellow says he used LA's Totally Awesome cleaner on his Sato engine and it discolored it. And I commented on that video saying, well, I've never had that experience at all. Now what I've got here is my Harbor Freight ultrasonic cleaner, and it already has some LA's Totally Awesome cleaner in it. And in fact, this is I think it's about 90% LA's Totally Awesome cleaner, and it goes up to about the min line on that, which is about 1 inch. So I've got, this is the Totally Awesome cleaner that I use, and it's yellow. I don't have a whole lot left in this bottle. This is the LA's Totally Awesome cleaner that's bad. This is the orange shit, and the only reason I've got this is because I bought it one time because that was all that was available, and then I quickly found out that this does destroy the finish on some cases. So what I've got here is it's not much of a sacrifice for this. I've got the front end of an OS muffler, and I've got a Sato 150 head here. Let me zoom in so you can see these things a bit better. Sato 150 head that was given to me in a box of stuff. In fact, this has already been cleaned in LA's Totally Awesome cleaner anyway. But it's really the only Sato part that I've got that I have that I can sacrifice, and quite honestly I don't really want to sacrifice it, but I'm convinced nothing's going to happen. But I want you to see these two parts, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to set these parts in here just as this is. I'm not going to turn the ultrasonic on. I'm just going to set them in there, and hopefully they'll be up to about this far on these. I'm just going to stand this up. So I want to have it set in there so that if it does discolor either of these parts, you'll have a nice parting line. It'll show where it was in there and how much it discolored it. And I'm going to set these things in here. It's probably close to 5 a.m. I'm going to set them in here and just leave them sitting in here the entire day until I get home from work, and then I'll pull these out and we'll take a look. Like I said, I'm not going to have the agitation going. I'm just going to set these in here and leave it. In fact, what I think I might do is, since I need to get some more LA's Totally Awesome cleaner, I'm just going to pour a little bit more in here so that we've got them covered some more. And I'm not adding any water to this. This is just going to be a straight LA's Totally Awesome cleaner. There was probably a little bit of water in there to begin with, and there's already some particulates and stuff in there because I tend to use this until it turns really dark. So that's what you see floating around. So this isn't a completely virgin batch, but it certainly isn't bad. So I'm going to leave those in there, and then I'll just put this lid over here just to keep my girls from maybe jumping up here and messing with my stuff. And I'll open this up this afternoon or this evening when I get home from work, and we'll see if these parts have been discolored. Okay, so I got the bright idea after I walked away and turned this camera off that I'm going to do yet another experiment. I happened to get this other exhaust in the mail the other day, and it's a little bit dirty, but unfortunately it's not a Sato, it's an OS exhaust. But hopefully this will still demonstrate what I needed to demonstrate. And I've got a clean, clear mason jar here. This one I'm actually going to put some of this nasty orange LA's Totally Awesome cleaner in. And I'll put this exhaust in here, and it'll fit halfway in there, and you'll be able to see what happens to that. And as you can see, this stuff, it's kind of hard to see here, is not yellow at all. It's a clear liquid, and pretty nasty shit. It smells about the same. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to set this in here like this, so it's, you know, probably a third of the way up that exhaust. And let me just move this over. I'm just going to set this right next to it, looking at my screen here while I do this, and I'm just going to let that sit there also. And hopefully we'll see that this nasty stuff does impact the finish on this OS exhaust. So that's about the only parts I've got that I can actually sacrifice. I don't really have any other brand new parts or anything like that that I can use, but hopefully these things will be good enough to at least demonstrate the point I'm trying to make. See you in about 8-9 hours. Okay, so I just got ready for work about 20 minutes before I'm going to work, and I thought I'd come in here and just take a quick look at these things just out of curiosity. Now I know nothing has probably changed here, so as you can see, I don't see any kind of discoloration here, nothing here. But this one, different story. It's already showing massive discoloration, and it's only been in there for maybe 15-20 minutes. So take a look at this. Oh shit, I just got it on my hand too. I don't really want that stuff on my hand. See? That's the difference of that orange crap versus the regular good LA's Totally Awesome cleaner. See how it's already discolored this? So I'm already going to just discontinue this portion of the video because I think this already illustrates the point that the orange stuff is the stuff that you do not want to use, because it, in less than 30 minutes, it discolored this OS muffler permanently. So I'm just going to set this stuff down, get rid of this, and wipe all this crap up that I just got all over my table. Go wash my hands really good because I don't want that stuff on me. This stuff that's in the yellow, orange, or yellow LA's Totally Awesome cleaner, I'm going to leave in here, as I said, throughout the day, and I'll come back at lunch and I'll probably check it, but I won't shoot a video, but I'll turn the video on at the end of the day, and we'll check to see if these parts have suffered any kind of discoloration at all. But as you can see, this part already did. Now, for this part, this experiment, this is sort of a risk, not much of a risk for me, but I don't normally ever leave parts in this stuff for this long anyway, unless it's a piston where it's really heavily carbon. But external parts I've never left in this, my yellow LA's Totally Awesome cleaner, for that length of time. But I think this did illustrate that the orange stuff, bad. Yellow stuff, good. Okay, so it's 10:53 a.m. I'm home for lunch. Let's just take a quick look here and see if we see any discoloration. I see no discoloration, I just see a clean part. There's that parting line of cleanliness and no discoloration there. Nor do I see any discoloration here at all either. So let me put this back in here and I'll have a nice clean ass end of that muffler. Okay, so here it is, 3:47 p.m. Just got home from work. I'm gonna check these out. I already know what I'm gonna find, which is no discoloration, but we'll go through the exercise. So first, this exhaust, which just looks a hell of a lot cleaner. No discoloration whatsoever. It's simply just a clean parting line. So since it's clean like that, I'm just going to drop it all the way in here so it can get clean the rest of the way. And here's the Sato head. No visible parting line there. No discoloration of the finish on this head. So there you have it. A conclusion to this experiment. This one was with the orange LA Awesome, and within 15-20 minutes or less it had discolored this exhaust, and probably 8-9 hours of this, probably actually closer to 10, none whatsoever. So there you go, the yellow LA's Totally Awesome cleaner, even in a full concentration or very, very concentrated mixture, does not discolor aluminum parts, period.